All right, Israelites, holy people, Levitical, Judaites, royal priesthood, holy people, men and women, righteous men, righteous women. This is a call to you. This is a call to us as a family. Okay, we must come together in the spirit. Now, just before I go into my message, I wanted to kind of give you a definition. If some of you don't know who Edomites are the so-called white people of today. They call themselves white, but really the Bible describes them as red and hairy because when you look at white people, they're really not white like a piece of paper, okay? They have red, like you can see through their skin, you can see the red through their skin, and they are very, very hairy. I know for a fact white women shave their hair, their legs all the time, okay? And also, they said that the Arabic people are Edomites too, okay? And then they said Moab, okay? The Moabites, those are Chinese people, okay? And then the Amorites, those are Japanese people, okay? And I don't know if we talked about the Amaleks, but those are Jewish people. But anyways, I think we just talking about the Amorites, the Moabites, and Edomites, okay? So these are the people of today, still here today. See, nothing's new under the sun. These people have been doing this for a long time. So notice all the people that have come over here. Guess what? They what have they done? They've not helped us, right? But they pillaged our. See, when they see nowadays, okay, they had to come down on a hill, on a horse or a chariot to pillage. But what they did was the government brought them over here and put them in stores and gave them loans and gave them all this stuff. It was even an Edomite lady. She taught the Oriental people. I saw that about a month ago, how she taught them how to do nails and hair and all that stuff. The nails and stuff, the fingernails and stuff. She taught them how to do it. And that's why they got all the nail shops right now. But see what they did, you know what they did? They pillaged our pockets with us. Oh, I want to get my fingernails done. I don't let them touch my fingernails anymore. I don't go to them. Now, if I go to somebody and I want them to do my nails, it's not going to be them. Okay. I do my nails myself now. I really do. If I want to, yeah. So they pillaged us through, and then they got us to wearing that weaved hair. So they pillaged us that way. You see what I'm saying? Cursed the hair, spoke curses over the hair, and then put it in our hair. And then our people who did hair, they knew it. They went along with it. Some of them didn't know it. Now, when I say this stuff, I want you to understand something. I'm not saying everybody, because my people is just as wicked. Okay? My people is wicked too. Because I can tell you some stuff that my people have done to me, and they are damned wicked. Okay? So I'm not trying to pick out no one person, say one's more wicked than the other, but you do have some people, I can say this, their wickedness can maybe outdo others. Okay? Yeah, you can't do that. Okay. So, okay, in verse 7, it says, "Here now are the Assyrians, a greatly increased force, priding themselves in their horses and riders, boasting in the strength of their foot soldiers, and trusting in the shield and spear and bow and sling." That's what they trust in. They trust in their weaponry. They don't trust in the Father like we do. That's why they say, "I don't believe in God." They'll tell you that. "I don't believe in him." But his name is Yahweh, but they say, "I don't believe in him." They do not know that you are Yahweh who crushes wars. The Lord is your name. His name is really Yahweh. Break their strength by your might and bring down their power in your anger. For they intend to defile your sanctuary. Well, that's us. We're the sanctuary now. They ain't talking about no building. They talking about people, women, men. Okay? And to pollute the tabernacle where your glorious name resides, and to break off the horns of the altar with the sword. We are the tabernacle. We are the sanctuary. The Father lives within inside of us. Okay? So I'm going to go down here. And then it says, okay, verse 9. "Look at their pride and send your wrath upon their heads. Give to me a widow the strong hand to do what I plan. By the deceit of my lips, strike down the slave with the prince, and the prince with his servant. Crush their arrogance by the hand of a woman." Now, this is her prayer. So, I'm not telling anybody how to pray, but I'm trying to give you an example of this prayer. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you have to find out what the Father wants you to do and how He wants you to pray. Okay, and you don't have to tell everybody how you're gonna. I am just giving you examples here. I'm not telling you what I'm praying because I'm not gonna tell the enemy what I'm praying over the internet. Okay, because they listening to my messages. Okay, now verse 11. For your strength does not depend on numbers, nor your might on the powerful. And I was just saying that in one of my other messages I just done about a call to fast to all the tribes of the earth. Okay, people are looking at numbers. The Father is famous for taking down His enemies with just a few people. And as you're going to see in this story, He took down His enemies, His main enemy, just one person, and it was a woman. A woman did it. Okay? But you are Yahweh, the God of the lowly, helper of the oppressed, upholder of the weak, protector of the forsaken, savior of those without hope. Please, please, Yahweh of our Father, the God of the heritage of Israel, Lord of heaven and earth, creator of the waters, King of all your creation, hear our prayers. This is my prayer. Hear our prayers, Father. The sincere, fervent prayer of the righteous man, the righteous woman, the righteous little boy or girl, the righteous young man or the righteous young woman. Make my deceitful words bring wound and bruise upon those who have planned cruel things against your covenant. Now look, whenever people come up against the Creator's covenant, they're going to have some problems. I mean, you're going to have some serious problems when you start coming up against the Creator's covenant. I mean, it's a wrap for you pretty much. It's it's over. Okay. So against your covenant and against your sacred house and against Mount Zion and against the house of your children possess. Let your whole nation and every tribe know, understand that you are Yahweh, the creator of all power and might, and that there is no other who protects the people of Israel but you alone. Listen, people. There's been times when my husband, he'll say, honey, be careful, do this, and you'll say, don't do this and don't do that or whatever, And that's okay because he's my husband. I love him. He is, he's my sweetie pie. I just adore him so much. But listen, I tell him, honey, the Father can protect me. He's been protecting me. I've been in some really way dangerous situations, and He kept me through them. So, we're looking for other people to help us. They cannot protect us. And not only that, these people don't want to protect us. They want to kill us. They want to destroy our people. So why are you going to them for help? Now, some people, they're saying now, they're calling the police out, and the police is coming in their house and shooting up the people in the house. And they just wanted the police to kind of calm down the situation. Be careful. Be careful. No one else can protect us but our Father. That's the truth. I call to Him for help. If I need help and I feel my life is going to be threatened, I'm calling Him with a big loud scream. Okay? Verse 10. No, this is chapter 10. When Judith had stopped crying out to Yahweh of Israel and had ended all these words, she rose from where she lay prostrate. Sometimes we need to lay prostrate, brothers and sisters. We need to get our butts down on the floor with our face to the ground. Okay, get a pillow, get a sheet, but get down there and show that you are humble before the mighty Creator. She called her maid and went down to the house where she lived on the Sabbaths and on her feast days. Okay, so it just talks about here, she took off her sackcloth and how she starts on, she took a bath and she was anointing herself with all these precious ointments and she beautified herself, and everything, and she put on her bracelets and rings and jewelries and she made herself very beautiful, and she was beautiful. And something I'm gonna tell you something about Black women. I noticed too, Black women, we can walk around. You would never know really how beautiful we really are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't have no makeup on. We don't wear any makeup and different things like that. And, whatever. But then, you get dressed up. Maybe your husband take out to dinner and he's like, oh, wow, honey, you look so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you don't have to look beautiful every day. You could look nice and clean and decent every day. You don't have to look beautiful every day. I think those are captured moments. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, those are captured moments. Okay, so anyways, this is what she's doing. And so she's getting some food together. She's telling her maid to pack the stuff in a food bag and stuff like that. And so, they go to the town, and the elders and everybody, they are, standing at the gate. And check this out. Now, when they see her, check this out. In verse 7 and 10, it says, when they saw her transform in appearance and dressed differently, they were very greatly astonished at her beauty and said to her, they didn't call her a whore. They didn't call her B-I-C-T-H. They didn't call her a slut because she's dressed beautiful. This is what they said. Verse 8, may the God Yahweh of our ancestors grant you favor and fulfill your plans. How come our black men are not saying to their women, honey, may the Father bless you that you may fulfill your plans? I mean, well, my husband, he does that. He always speaks blessings over me and prays over me and different things like that. But I don't hear you saying that out in YouTube land. How do you expect, and then you blaming the women for the condition of the men? Get out of here. Go somewhere and sit down and stuff your mouth with some a tissue paper or something, because you are wrong. You are wrong. So that the people of Israel may glory and Jerusalem may be exalted, she bowed down to Yahweh. And so then she ordered them to open the gate so they could go down, and so they went through the valley. Okay, and so then they watched her until she couldn't, they couldn't see her anymore. And so then in verse 11 it says, as the women were going straight on through the valley, the Assyrian patrol met her and took her into custody. They asked her, to what people do you belong, and where are you coming from, and where are you going? She replied, I'm a daughter of the Hebrews. Black woman. Okay, going down here to risk her life for her people. I never seen no Edomite come and do anything for our people at all. Do you remember anybody? Because I'm not trying to take nothing away from them, but do you remember any Edomite trying to do anything for the blacks? Okay? Honestly, think, since we've been over in the United States. Okay? But I am fleeing from them, for they are about to be handed over to you to be devoured. I'm on my way to see Holofernes, the commander of the army, to give him a true report. I will show him a way by which he can go and capture all the hill country without losing one of his men, captured or slain. Now, this woman is very brilliant. She's very smart. She's very intelligent. So anyways, just kind of skip over where, okay, so they were seeing how beautiful she was. She just was this beautiful, beautiful woman. And, they're saying to her, okay, we're going to take you over, because she's telling them this stuff. And so it says here in verse 19, they marveled at her beauty and admired the Israelites. Now wait a minute. Let me read this on. This is amazing. They marveled at her beauty and admired the Israelites. So they admired the Israelites because of the women they had. Black women. Beautiful black women. Judging them by her, they said one to another, who can despise these people who have women like this among them? And y'all is going to every other woman on the face of the earth. But the enemies, they said, these men right here, they got some good looking women. I mean, wow. I don't understand them. Okay? And I don't understand you either. Okay, so then the guards are bringing her to Holofernes. And so, okay, she's telling him everything. Okay, and then chapter 11, it says here. Then Holofernes said to her, take courage, woman, and do not be afraid in heart, for I have never heard anyone who chose to serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of all the earth. Even now, if your people who live in the hill country have not sighted me, I would never have lifted my spear against them. They have bought this on themselves, but now tell me why you have fled from them and come over to us. And so she's telling them, well, she's coming over to them because, she heard about what they was going to do to them because they were going to sin against God. Because now remember, any true Israelite knows that if they sin against the Father, that He's not with us. Anybody who really knows Him, I will say this, anybody who really has a relationship with Him. Verse 5 says, Judith answered him, accept the words of your slave and let your servant speak in your presence. I will say nothing false to my Lord this night. If you follow out the words of your servant, God will accomplish something through you, and my Lord will not fail to achieve his purposes. Oh, was she so right? Was she so right? Okay, let me see. Okay, here it is again. And you will find this throughout the scriptures. And the Edomites know this, and the Moabites know this. All the nations of people know this around here, except the Negro people don't know this, okay? Indeed, our nation cannot be punished, nor can the sword prevail against them unless they sin against their God, Yahweh. That's the only time that people can come and do stuff to us. I'm telling you, they can't you cannot just take the anointed with regular hands. You can't do it. You have to have a reason. That's why they always say, don't give Satan a foothold. Don't give him a reason. Don't give any ground to him. You know why? Because he knows that if you sin, he'll go right to God and he'll say, oh, well, see, look what such and such is doing. But now in the order of my Lord, may not be defeated in his purpose, frustrated. Death will fall on them, for a sin has overtaken them by which they are about to provoke their God to anger when they do what is wrong. And I'm using God because this is just what's written here. I know his name is Yahweh. Since their food supply is exhausted and their water is almost given out, they have planned to kill their livestock and have determined to use all that Yahweh by his laws have forbidden them to eat. They have decided to consume the first fruits of the grain and the tithes of the wine and the oil, which they have consecrated and set aside for the priests who minister in the presence of Yahweh in Jerusalem. Things it is not lawful for any people even to touch with their hands. So, and even to this day, if something is consecrated to the Father, you're not supposed to use it for anything else. And that is really, really, truly true. So it says right here, and then in verse 17, it says, your servant as indeed God-fearing and the slaves of God of heaven night and day. So, my Lord, I will remain with you. But every night your servant will go out into the valley and pray to Yahweh. He will tell me when they have committed their sins. Okay. So, he's listening to her and, he wants them to be weak because he wants to devour them. So if people sin, and you know what, to be honest with you, have you ever noticed that if you sin, you become weak? You want to hide, you've done wrong, you ain't did right. Maybe you slept with that guy or that girl, or you stole something, or you lied on your taxes or whatever. We automatically digress. And it's really, really true. So anyways, I'm going to be back with the Spirit of Judith part 5.